Bismillah, walhamdulillah, wassalatu wassalam ala rasulillah. Quran chapter 43, verse 11 through 22. An interesting concept on this page is that the ancient polytheists of Arabia, they used to worship idols and they used to worship angels, and they used to say that these idols and angels are the daughters of God. But then at the same time, they used to be ungrateful and upset when they would have daughters themselves. So God calls them out for their hypocrisy. So in verse 11, God mentions the blessing of rain and how it brings the dead earth back to life. And just like that, human beings will be brought back to life. In verse 12, God highlights how he created everything in pairs and the blessing of transportation and riding animals and boats. Verse 13 is the famous prayer that we make when we enter into our vehicle or mode of transportation, acknowledging the blessings of God. Verse 14, God highlights that ultimately you travel in this world, but your ultimate travel is back to God. Now, verse 15, God says, now all these blessings I've given you, O human being, but you turn around and you, instead of worshiping me and serving me, you worship the creation and you serve the creation. And indeed, you are ungrateful, right? And then verse 16, God says, so now he's addressing the ancient polytheists that I take daughters for myself and I give you sons, right? Verse 17, but when you're given the good news of the blessing of a daughter, you become depressed and you even bury them alive. Verse 18, because you have this superficial understanding that only a son makes your tribe stronger because he'll be a warrior and a poet. Verse 19, and then God also says, how are you even making this claim of my incredible creation of the angels that you're giving them a gender and you're saying they're females and that they're my daughters? Did you witness their creation, right? Do you have any observable evidence or scientific evidence for what you believe? Verse 20, no, instead they just say that, God lets us do this and that's why we worship these idols, because God willed it. Again, God saying, just because he allows something doesn't mean he legislates it. You have no rational evidence. Verse 21, do they have a book that I've revealed to them? No, they have no revealed evidence. Verse 22, instead, this is just them following the religion they were born into that gives them their structure of society and gives them economic power and hierarchical power, and they're just blindly following what they were born into. And this is a lesson for us to take, that we're just born into Islam, but do we actually ever make an effort to learn our religion and to gain a real conviction? Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.